Over the past few days, there has been some talk about another initiative that was launched in response to the White Cross project. They want to place 3,000 soccer balls in townships as opposed to our project to display 3,000 crosses in Washington, D.C. Now, as far as we are concerned, if they want to give soccer balls to children, that's great. We hope that every one of those soccer balls gets used and that they bring great joy to the children. But the question is, why frame this as soccer balls versus crosses? Why present it as an alternative to commemorating the victims of farm murders? No one is saying that soccer balls are bad. We're saying that the victims have to be remembered and that something has to be done about the problem. If you want to do something practical, that's wonderful. But why present it as an alternative to remembrance? One of the arguments is that the crosses, or displaying the crosses, won't achieve much, but that sort of misses the point of a memorial. War memorials don't stop wars. That was never the point. They exist because lives were lost, and we refuse to let those lives be forgotten. Remembering is not a substitute for solutions. It's an act of respect. But we can and will use this awareness campaign about the problem to garner support for solutions. And then there's the other line that we always hear: farm murders are only a small percentage of all murders. Now that's true, but it's completely besides the point. In 2003 to 2004, for example, there were only 211 cash-in-transit robberies in South Africa, out of almost 200,000 robberies overall. That's about 1/10 of 1%. Yet nobody says, well, that's a tiny percentage, so forget about it. Police and the public treat it as a distinct phenomenon because it has distinct features. So why does the logic change when it comes to farm murders? Another accusation is that the crosses give South Africa a bad name, that we shouldn't expose South Africa's problems to the world. Now, I'd put it this way. Countries don't get bad reputations because people plant crosses. They get bad reputations because people are murdered. It's not gravestones that concern people as much as it is the people who are buried beneath those stones. So ultimately, this is not about soccer balls or crosses. It's about whether victims deserve to be remembered and about whether we can use this awareness campaign to increase support for intervention, for solutions. And from our side, the answers to these questions are yes and yes. And I hope that we never become the kind of society that feels threatened by crosses bearing the names of victims. But there's one final point to make. Some people speak as if the White Cross project is only about 3,000 crosses on the National Mall. It isn't. The crosses are part of a much larger project. We are also convening a conference with experts, policy specialists, and opinion leaders to discuss practical solutions to some of South Africa's most pressing challenges: incitement of violence against minorities, rural safety and farm attacks, race-based legislation, property rights, and, perhaps underneath it all, most importantly, constitutional reforms that will strengthen checks and balances. So this is about remembrance, but it's also about the future. It's about finding solutions. It's about building hope and refusing to allow the victims to be forgotten. Refusing to sit idly and wait for a government that clearly has no intention of addressing the problem to come to the table. That is why the White Cross project exists and why we will not be distracted from it. It is also why I encourage you to support this project by clicking on the link below.